Hi everyone, welcome once again talking about the epic and science and the real meaning behind all these stories and all these cultural activities. Well, I was watching yesterday, I was talking about the meaning of Namaskar and definitely talked about the 33 KT Devta and what is the real meaning of it in a very short video. Today I'm gonna discuss about why each and every Indian god and goddess do have one Vahanas. Well, I'll go very specific with few bit of god and goddess. First of all, why we have idol, like why we go for Murti Puja. What is the real meaning of it? According to the epic, according to our culture, according to the Sanatan Dharma, God is one and only, and she don't have any kind of sex, don't have any kind of shape, don't have any emotion. It's the ultimate one. Then why we have lot many of God? Why we worship each and every time with different kind of idols like Ganesha, Kartic, Saraswati, Lakshmi, Durga, and each and every time we say that Kartik have got a peacock as a Vahan, then Lakshmi has got an owl as her Vahan. Then we have definitely Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, do have flamingo as her Vahan, and Ganesh, the wisdom giver, and the person who actually wipe off any kind of issues in life, Durgati Nashak, do have a rat as a Vahan. What is the inner meaning of it? In fact, I discussed about the real meaning of having a snake for Lord Shiva. So today I'm going to discuss four god and goddess. First of all, you need to understand, if you really want to worship in our culture, we usually try to portray someone. Until unless we see that in front of us, we don't feel very energetic. And that's the reason the culture allowed us to create any kind of idol in our structure. But the inner meaning is not that. The inner meaning is different. The inner meaning says, I'll go one by one. Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom and knowledge. Yeah. So the goddess of wisdom and knowledge have got a flamingo as a Vahan. It's not a duck, it's a flamingo. Okay. Or Rajhash in Bengali. So it has got a very unique feature. Do you know how they drink? Flamingo always go with fresh water. They can't drink a water which has got some salt or any kind of mud inside it. So what they do, they first drink the water inside. If there is any salt, then they remove that salt from their nasal vessels. Okay. Why I'm sharing this? It's pretty simple. If you want to go towards the knowledge part, you will get a lot of information. Like you Google, like you Yahoo, like you go to Bing, you search things. And then you search and then you read and then you feel that probably the first link that you are getting is the ultimate one which has got all the knowledge. It's not like that, right? If you are a tech savvy person, you would know that these search engines, what they do, they keep things up depending on the SEO, meaning the search engine optimization method, or if somebody is putting ad in Google, then that comes up in the first. So when you click on that, you get that information. That's not knowledge. This is full of information. Now if you really go to the real meaning of this Vahan, flamingo, it is like this. You get lot many of different kind of information, but then you need to extract the knowledge from all these information. Now from knowledge, how you can become wise, that's a different kind of process. To become wise, we have a different symbol for it, but today's discussion is not that. Yeah. So the next goddess I'm gonna discuss is goddess Lakshmi. Lakshmi have got a Vahan called owl. What's the feature? They can see in the dark. So dhan means the wealth. It is hidden inside the darkness of the world. So if you really want to become rich, And if you really want to have money, if you really want to go for gold, then you need to understand how to see through the darkness of life. If you can see through the darkness of life, which means there is no light, that doesn't mean it's negative part. So if there is no light, you need to understand how to see through the absence of light. So if you can see through the absence of light, you can become probably a millionaire. And that's how you can probably see that lot many people earn a lot of money, but they probably are not that much amount of qualified according to the theory. But that doesn't mean they are not practical. So they are more practical probably than a certification holder. So it depends on you how you can enlighten yourself and see through the darkness, the absence of light. And hence we have got owl as Vahana of Lakshmi, who is goddess of money, prosperity. Yeah. Then we have another god called Kartic. Kartic is used to say as the general of the gods. Yeah. So God is a general term. So it's like, I'll call them as Devta. Okay. Now why Kartic is a general of God, there is a different story altogether about it. I'll discuss that later on. But Kartic have got a Vahan called Peacock. Peacock have got amazing feature. In Bengali it is said that Kartiker moton sundur, meaning handsome like Kartik. So if a guy, you need to define him as a handsome guy. In earlier days, in old days, we used to say that like Kartik, Kartiker moton sundur, meaning he is really handsome guy. Yeah. So peacock, if you look at that creature, the bird, it's really beautiful, amazing. But as a matter of fact, if they attack you, you are gone for a toss. They attack like anything. Yeah. Not only that, it is said, according to the science, it is said that the sound of peacock cannot be understood by human beings fully. Sometimes they go beyond that sound vibration which a human ear cannot recognize. So in battle, if you really want to go for secret codes, that's the kind of code people usually use who are inside the battle. And hence the symbol came from that perspective, that it is beautiful, fighter, plus they can communicate in their own kind of code. And that's a code of conduct that they follow. Now let's go to the fourth god, that's Ganesh. A lot of you who are from Western culture, you say that Ganesh is actually the elephant-headed god. Well, yeah, we symbolizes him as an elephant god, true. But why? What's the reason? Elephant have got an amazing structure. If you look at the jungle, even the lions and the tigers, they fear elephant. They are so strong. They don't care about any kind of obstacle. So they can wipe off the obstacle, they can move. If they become mad, oh my God, it is very difficult to control a mad elephant. You can control a mad lion, that's a different issue altogether. But controlling a mad elephant is not a matter of joke. But in general, they are very calm, they are very quiet, they walk slowly, they have intelligent brains, they can remember things, and their memory is really sharp. And hence, that's the reason for business people who do business, they worship Lord Ganesha as their idol. Because to do business, you need to have all these kind of qualities. But why rat? Well, it actually came probably it came because in earlier days, if you look at the agricultural time, like maybe 60, 70 years back or maybe 100 years back, rats used to chew away all the fruitful crops, or sometimes if there is a food that you have prepared for your family, they used to come and they used to steal that. But the interesting fact is rats don't actually eat away everything. They take it away, they put it in some storage, in their own kind of storage system, and then eventually when the bad time comes, they eat it from there, from the storage itself. So in business, it teaches us that bad time may come anytime. So for that, you should store things as a backup. And that's the reason Ganesha have got a Vahan called rat. So 4 god and goddess, 4 different Vahanas. Now why Durga have got lion? What is the reason that she has got lion as a Vahan? Well, we all know that lion is full of strength and definitely a symbol of pride, a symbol of beauty. So women definitely have got an amazing feature. Each and every male, we look at a woman in a different ways. Number 1, for her beauty. Number 2, for her power. Now, power doesn't mean the physical power. Power means the mental power. Many a times people attract to each other not because of the physical beauty but the inner beauty. Lioness or lion teach us, specifically lion, teach us to become that kind of inner beautiful. Yeah. So if we look at all these features, this is the main reason. And each and every time when we look at Saraswati Puja, nowadays it became probably the Indian Valentine's Day, which is fine, which is totally okay. But the reason of Saraswati Puja was actually different, and the reason of all these rituals are completely different. If you really want to connect all these dots, you will get energy in your body. And I am not at all yogi. So you need to understand me very well. I'm a hardcore entrepreneur who built companies since last 25 years. I started back in 98, started India's one of the first game development company when I was 17 years old. And my focus was very simple. Digging all these epic and Sanskrit stories and tell the world the actual inner meaning of our culture. That we are not a clan with bansuri and sarp. In your English, flute and snakes. No, it's not India. Sorry. Unfortunately, we lost so many battles. And I'll take a small clue from probably some irritating factor that is happening in lot many places. I'm not at all talking about any religious issues, but I heard that some bhakta, he was talking about Swami Vivekananda, he was talking about Ram Krishna, he was actually giving lot many of different kind of words about these manishis. Well, after that he probably took a different step. He said that he did it not in some purpose. Well, let me give you a small input. The point was, Bengalis eat fish. Bangalira mach khai. So, Bengalis cannot be a spiritual guy. Well, if people don't eat non-veg, that means they're spiritual. I really don't know. I mean, I have seen in my personal life that people who don't eat non-veg, they are also killers. I mean, they kill other human beings. So I am not sure if that's a real fact. Yeah. Now, why we eat that? It is our food culture. Now, let me give you the perspective of food culture from Puranas. How it was defined. Right, wrong, it's the personal choice. What you're gonna eat, it's your choice. Okay? Otherwise, probably I really don't want to go very deep into this controversial factors. Anyway, coming back to this part, why we eat non-veg, why veg people are really doing good or non-veg people are probably killers. It's not like that. So according to our Purana, it's all about flowing of energy. So if you can flow energy in your body with the food, then you give thanks to the Almighty that you have got food today, right? And if you have got food today, that means The Almighty is giving you that food irrespective of the fact that what food you are consuming. Now, if you're consuming something non-veg, maybe a fish, that's a blessing. So you should give the blessing to the Almighty that you have got that fish today. And if you are probably taking some fruit from some tree, don't you feel that you are actually killing baby of that particular tree? You will say, well, trees don't have that nervous system. So what? It's also alive. So you're also killing another lively thing. From that fruit, probably we could have 50 different trees. If you're actually having a papaya, from one papaya, we can think that we can have probably 50 different papaya trees. From that 50 different papaya trees, we could have 50,000 papaya fruits. So you are eventually killing 50,000 papaya trees. No? We don't think like that because there is no blood. But to be very honest, when you're plucking it, there is some amount of drops which is coming out. We don't look at it because that's not colored as red. Because in our mind, if you are actually having a fish, there is a blood, that means you are killing someone. Yes, that is killing. Same, similar, whenever you are having food, you are supposed to destroy something. It's the same cycle of creation, protection and destruction. So if you can't destroy, if you don't destroy something, you will not protect your body. So if you can't protect your body, you will not be able to create something in the next day or next morning. So it's a cycle you need to understand. In today's time, to be very honest, we can't get the solar energy and we can eat solar energy day in and day out, which plants do. Every animal have to eat. So think it like that. And he quoted that Swami Vivekananda said that it is good to play football rather than reading Gita. Yeah, that is true. Football teach you how to become a team member, how to be strong, how to work, how to be focused. When you're playing soccer ball, when you're playing football, trust me on this. If you're thinking otherwise, you will not be able to play. It is teaching us how to become very, very focused oriented person. So if a person who don't read Gita, but he worship football as his worship, that's his or her God. If a girl is playing football, that's her God. She or he is worshipping that. What's the harm in it? So you need to understand the perspective when somebody is giving a statement. Before, you just say that he was not a Manishi. Oh, come on, don't do that, please. Bengal used to be, or rather, Bengalis used to be the fighter clans, the wiser clans. What happened to us? We all know that. I really don't want to go through that. Yeah, this is not live about Bengalis and the culture. Maybe some other day. But yeah, coming back to your question. Well, Kushani Mondal, it was it was in my earlier live. Why in October we started Durga Puja? It's not October always. It is about the Akal Bodhan. There was a live which I did. There is a video which is available in my YouTube channel. That's the reason I requested everyone, because Facebook don't have that method of sequential videos. Kindly subscribe to my channel Arijit Bhattacharya. My spelling is Arijit space Bhattacharya. Go there, subscribe the channel. There is a video which is describing how Akal Bodhan started. No, it's not like that. I mean, it's not about eating cow. No, it's not that. In Purana, it is described that we used to eat cow. No, it's not like that. It was buffalo meat. Buffalo meat is different, and it was not consumed by all the people from this region. So food habit actually depends on where you are. I will try to describe it in an easy way. Okay, if you look at sticky rice. Sticky rice is a common food in Southeast Asia. If you go to Thailand, if you go to Indonesia, you will find out sticky rice with mango. That's their delicious food. In Bengali culture, amra martake fele di. That means the starch portion of rice, উই ইউজ টু থ্রো অ্যাওয়ে বিকজ উই ইউজ টু বি সো রিচ। আমাদের অনেক টাকা ছিল, তাই আমরা ভাতের মার ফেলে দিতাম, খেতাম না। তো স্টিকি রাইসের কনসেপ্টই আমাদের কালচারের মধ্যে নেই। ওরা অনেক গরিব ছিল কোন একটা টাইমে, যার জন্য ওদের খাবারের হ্যাবিটের মধ্যে স্টিকি রাইসের কনসেপ্টটা এসছে। মাঠটা ওরা ফেলে না, মাঠটা শুকিয়ে খায়। আমি এই প্রত্যেকটা দেশ ঘুরেছি, পার্সোনালি গেছি, প্রত্যেকটা লোকাল খাবার খেয়েছি, ইনক্লুডিং দ্য বাগস। ইয়েস, আই এট বাগস, ইয়া, আ বাউল ফুল অফ বাগস। ওকে, কচমচ করে একটা পিঁপড়ে ভাজার মতন খেতে লাগে। ইয়াক লাগতে পারে অনেকে মুখ দিয়ে এখন নাক ফাঁক ছিটকাতে পারো, এই লোকটা কি বলছে। ওয়াই? বিকজ ওদের কাছে খাবার বেশি ছিল না, ওদের অত লাক্সারিয়াস লাইফ ছিল না, ওরা যা পেত তাই খেত, যার জন্য ওই ছোট ছোট পোকাগুলোকে ওরা ভাজা করে সেদ্ধ করে ওরা খায়। কার কি ফুড হ্যাবিট ডিপেন্ড করছে কে কোথায় আছে, ওরে মহা মুশকিল। আমি যদি আজকে নরওয়ে চলে যাই, শীতের জায়গায় চলে যাই, ওর ফুড হ্যাবিট আলাদা হবেই। ওরা ওখানে জিনিসপত্র শুকিয়ে রাখে, ঠান্ডার জন্য ওরা জমে থাকে জিনিসগুলো, চর্বি জমিয়ে রেখে দেয়, ওগুলো ওরা গলিয়ে খায়। সো you can't define history of mankind with these kind of food habits that we used to do that, now we are doing this. Well, now let me come back to the main part. Yeah, if you go through the food culture, the richest source of amino acid you can find in buffalo. So what you want to do, it depends on you. You can get that definitely from some other meats or veg like soybean, you can get that. Now how you want to consume it, it depends on you. Do you really want to become a fighter, or you want to become a wise person, or you want to become a artist, you want to become a professor, you want to become a professional, you want to become an actress, you want to become a model? Depending on that, your food value will actually go through, right? Nowadays this is the system, because it's an open culture, you can get any food, that's the style. Yeah, so avatars, idols, vahans, what is the reason, the inner meaning? That's the inner meaning. Now there is a fascinating fact. I will tell you a story of from one part of Himalaya, which is near the Nepal border. Once I heard this story that one person, he was actually having a meat, but he was not getting the taste of meat. He was telling the others, I'm probably having some amount of vegetable, because I don't feel meat in my tongue. What's the reason? So the nearby monk said, your body is resisting having a meat, but at the moment it is looking for some veg, and that's the reason your nervous system is telling you you're not consuming meat, rather than you're consuming some kind of vegetable. Trust me on this. If your nervous system working differently in your body, even though you're having a veg, you will feel that probably you're consuming some amount of non-veg. It completely depends on you, how you look at the food. Regarding food, regarding this culture, I will do another video for sure, but for today this is it. I'm gonna end this discussion regarding Vahan, avatars, but I'll come back in 5 minutes talking about a beautiful story from our Ramayana, a story of two brothers, Jatayu and Sampati, and I'm sure that when I'm gonna share it, there'll be a lot of hidden information you will get. How you will extract that knowledge from there completely depends on your Saraswati. Give me 1 minute to come.